guys, I hope you saw the video that I posted before this one where I talked about this project that was coming up in an ongoing series that I'm going to do over time. It's not going to be a weekly series, but it'll be an occasional video where I put up something that I want you to play along with me to help you overcome some of the intimidations that you might feel and to have fun. I want you to do and not just watch. That's the whole goal. So I hope you have your supplies ready because I gave you a list in that video before. If not, I'll go over them when the video starts. But I hope you're playing along and let me know if you do. Have a good time and I would love to see what you create.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is Monday, April, let's look. April 18th. And I'm going to do a project for you today that should be fairly fast. And it's something I did a couple weekends ago when I was at my granddaughter's house, but I left my canvas there for my daughter-in-law because she wanted to keep it. So I don't have a picture and I can't show you what it is, but it's really simple. It's something fun you can do with kids or just adults. You could do this with retirement people, like if you help out in nursing homes or retirement homes or something like that. This would be something pretty easy to do. You could eliminate a few steps if you wanted to make it simple. But I thought I'd sit down and do a couple of these small canvases with you and just show you what I did. And what you're going to need, I'll set this aside. I used just some cheap canvases. These are Artist Loft. I think they came from Michael's. And these are the 8x10. The one I made at my granddaughter's house was bigger. So it looked really cute on a big canvas. And I might do a bigger one later, but right now, keeping in the space confinements I have, I thought I would do a smaller one, or actually two of them. So one canvas, any size that you want, and inexpensive. It could be cardboard if you want to do it on cardboard, or flat hard canvas, those little flat canvases, or a file folder, or a paper bag. Anything you want to use is fine. But I'm using two Artist Loft 8x10 canvases. It's a value pack, and usually they're on sale. I'll throw that away now. And then you're going to need some tape. You can use masking tape. I chose to use electrical tape. And the reason I'm using electrical tape is it's so easy to peel back up. My masking tape, the one I have, sticks more, and I would have to put a layer of something down to keep it from sticking as much, and I don't feel like taking that step. So I'm going to do just the electrical tape. It comes up really simple, really easy, and it's no problem. Use whatever tape you have. Use washi tape if that's what you have. Just keep in mind that you want to be able to peel it up because it's not going to stay down on your canvas. The other thing you might need, if you don't have stamps or if you want to use your own, that's fine. But if you don't have them, you want to make them. I'm using sponges. And I cut out a couple of shapes that I used on the canvas that I left behind. These two shapes I cut out, and actually these shapes, but I'm not going to use that, I don't think. And maybe I'll cut out some new shapes today to use on one of the canvases, I don't know. But cheap sponges, these come in like 4 to a pack, I think, and it was just $1 and something. It was very inexpensive. You can probably go to the dollar store and get it even cheaper. I think I got these at a grocery store. So we need that. You need a brush to brush on some paint with, a cheap foam brush, toss away, 49 cents, 39 cents, whatever they cost you, I don't know. A pair of scissors to cut your tape, or if your tape rips, you don't really need scissors, but you do need them to cut your sponges. So just be careful if you're using this with children that it's blunt ends, and y'all know that. If y'all have kids, you know that stuff already. I don't even have to tell you. And then you're going to need maybe, I'm not sure about these three because I may add these in, I may not. I have a Sharpie poster paint pen, I have a regular pencil, and a white China marker. And I may or may not use these. These are optional. I will be using, most likely, my black China marker. You don't have to use a China marker. You can use a regular pencil. That's why this is optional. You can use an ink pen. You can use any kind of black marking pen that you have. Posca pen, just a writing pen. You can use watercolor pencils or regular color pencils, whatever you want. Or you can skip this step. And then I have two brushes. One I'm going to be applying my sealer with, and I'm going to be using Deco Page. And you can use Mod Podge. You can skip this step. You don't even have to seal. There's a lot of stuff you can skip. I just happen to like sealing my stuff. And I have a really fine brush. that I'm going to be using, but you can also skip this step and use a ink pen or a marker or whatever for this step too. I'm going to actually do both. I'm going to use these two in conjunction with each other at some point. And I think that's it. And if I forgot anything, I'm sorry. You'll see when we come to that point in the video that I'm using something I didn't mention, and I apologize. I'm not used to listing all the stuff that I use. I just thought I would for this project because it's simple and short and sweet and to the point. And I thought it'd be easy just to let you know in case you want to play along. And maybe you should play along. Go grab a canvas, go grab a paintbrush, and some little marking tools and a sponge or stamp or foam stamps, whatever you've got, a little bit of tape, and also, oh, paint. One of the most important things I left out. I've got a bunch of Craft Smart paint. I bought all these paints to take over to play with my granddaughter. They were really cheap paints. I knew that if we used them all, it wouldn't matter. If we spilled them, we could clean them up. And there was a bunch of variety of colors, and they're really inexpensive. So that's what I'm using. There's several here in front of me. And I'm just going to grab whatever color suits my fancy at the time. So the first thing you want to do, and you might want to have a little bit of water nearby to clean your brush off. I took one of the canvases, or the canvas I worked on, and I covered it with tape. And this is what the first one looks like. You're just going to take your tape and you're going to put it all over your canvas however you want, any way you want. So let's do one together. And I'll put this off to the side real quick. And it won't look the same as the other one. I'm going to actually turn it this way, even though I'm going to use it this way. I'm going to turn it this way to put the tape on so that my design looks different. And then I'm going to start putting down the tape. And you just peel off however much you need in the direction you want to go. And for this one, let's go like this right here. And then come across and just cut off at the tip here. And then start another one. And we're going to go across here like this. And it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. It doesn't matter. The design will be cute no matter what you do. You cannot ruin this. Well, I might could, but I'm pretty sure you can't. Okay, and let's go. Let's go this way, right here. No rhyme or reason, just whatever you feel like doing. And I'm going to take one, put it right here. And let's do one. This one has a lot of lines on it. It has more than the other one. That's okay. Okay, let's see what the other one looks like. See, we have a lot of lines on this one and not as many on this one. So if you wanted to come back and add on here, you could. I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it like this. Okay, so then put your tape aside. And I'm talking a little lower today because my husband's working from home, so I don't want to be really loud. I've shut my door and try to be quiet. So the next step would be to take your paintbrush, your foam brush. You can cut your stamps out anytime you want to. I'm going to wait and do that in a second. Put this off to the side. I'm going to do that while my paint's drying because when I was over there, I did not have a heat gun, a heat tool to dry with. And so I had to be patient and wait for things to dry. And this stuff dries really quick because it's cheap paint. But I thought what I would do today is go ahead and paint. And then while that's drying, cut my sponges instead of using the heat gun. And I remember using a couple of colors I was kind of surprised by here. I really liked them. So I'm going to pull out what I think I used. I'm pretty sure I used these. Oh, maybe it was this one. Well, we're going to use different ones on them. You know what? Let's just not worry about it. Let's just start, okay? I'm not going to try and reproduce. I'm just going to play. You can put this on your mat off the side here if you want, or you can put it on your canvas. I'm just going to put it on my mat because I'm not sure how much I'm going to use, and just start painting inside the different designs that you made with your tape. I'm sure you guys have seen this done before, so I don't think it's new to you. So just play and have fun. And if you're a watcher, you've been watching this being done, and you keep saying, I want to do this, now's the time. I want you to do it with me. We're going to do some videos, or I'm going to do some videos where I'm going to create things, and I'm going to hope that you will take the time right then to do it with me instead of being one that watches all the time, that you'll watch and do. That's what my hope is. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more of this color on this canvas, and I'll probably not fast forward any of this because I want you to do it with me, and I want you to hear every step, and I want you to be aware of every step and not have to watch something going fast. So, but I will try to keep the video as short as possible. So I may not talk as much. Okay, so, and while I was over there, I didn't have the time, patience to clean my brush every time I used it, so I just wiped it off and I went to the next color. I didn't even clean the brush. Let's do an orange. Kind of just wiped it like this. Actually, my daughter-in-law put down brown paper bag, brown paper. It's like paper bag paper. She covered the whole table, which is awesome, and it really was fun to be able to wipe off on that. And I brought that home with me too, and I have a little design on there that I'm going to be using that I created while I was just glopping my paint down, cleaning off my brushes. I saw something there and I kind of sketched it out. It's really cute. And maybe I'll make that one of the projects we do with you online. Maybe that's one of the projects I'll do with you on camera. You know what, I am going to fast forward the painting parts because I think you get the idea, and I think that you don't need me to go slow for the whole process because it will make the video a lot longer. So just keep in mind that you're going to paint all your little shapes the color that you want, any color. You could be the same color if you want, all over the canvas. Get that done. You don't have to worry about the sides. The sides don't have to be done. I'm not worried about those at all right now. So let's go into fast forward. Let's finish painting, and before I do anything else, I'll come back and talk to you guys, okay? wanted to do this last little section with you so I could show you something. If I remember correctly, on my canvas I didn't use this many colors, but I thought it'd be fun to just use a bunch of different colors on these. I think I used 2 or 3 on my canvas that I don't have in front of me. I don't remember now. Anyway, so I wanted to show you just how much water these paints contain, these cheap ones, the Craft Smart. I like them for this. They're great. The colors are really pretty. But I was really fascinated. I didn't notice it the other day when I was doing this, but I was really fascinated today when I was cleaning this off. Like I said, I didn't clean my brush in water. This brush has not been in water at all. And all I've been doing is taking my napkin here and squishing the paint out of the brush. But I want to show you something before I do. Look at that wet blue paint and the yellow paint. See the moisture? I hope you can see it. I don't know. I'm going to put it different angles, so hopefully you'll get a good look. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, and the pink paint there, look at all that liquid, the water. Because this paint is really watery. So what I was doing was I was taking this, I'll do it right here, and just squeezing the excess out of my brush to clean it off. And look at this. Look how wet. That's amazing. So I think that's probably why one of the reasons why these are so easy to clean up, because they're mostly water. But this is perfect for this. Oop, and I just broke my brush. I just broke the end. That's okay, we're done with it. I can throw this one away and get another one. All right, so let me show you the canvases real quick. This is just for my extra paint. So we've got this canvas here. And drop the book. And this one. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry. I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute and get these set aside, clean up my mess, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, I said get those dry. I meant let them dry. They're off to the side drying. And what I want to do while they're drying is just go ahead and cut a sponge shape. Now these sponges, when you buy them, they're a little bit moist, ready to go. They're very soft. These are hardened because I've had them out of the packaging. So it was really easy to cut these because they were moist. So if I have trouble cutting them, I'm probably going to moisten the sponge and go from there. But I thought what I would do is use these again that I cut out. All I did was cut out a petal shape or a leaf. It could be a petal or a leaf. And this is the center of the flower. It's just a circle, a rough circle. And this was going to be a stem, and that was going to be a leaf, but I changed my mind about the stem and didn't use it. So we have that for one canvas, and I think what I'll do for the other canvas is I'm just going to make a little heart. I did not sketch out these. I just cut them because, like I said, the sponge was real soft, but because this sponge is so hard, I might go ahead and sketch a funky heart. I just want a long, skinny heart. I don't want it to be perfectly shaped. I want it to be kind of primitive looking. That's why I'm going to go ahead and sketch it and see if I can get what I want. We'll see. It's going to cut differently. So anyway, then you just go and cut your sponge. I think it is easier to cut when they're newly out of the package. So you could go ahead and moisten this if you wanted to. I'm just going to go across here and make it easier on yourself, or you could do like me and just go ahead and be stubborn and cut it this way. Okay, here's my little primitive shape. And you can save these little pieces here and use them to put on your, paint, dab your paint on, sort of like using one of these. And do we want any other shapes? I'm going to wet this and see what it does. Oh, yeah, much better. Okay, hold on, I'll show you. There. See how cute? There's my little primitive heart. All right, maybe we'll do maybe a triangle. since we already got a shape already kind of going there. And wring it out really good. Get the water out really good. Okay, now we got a triangle we can use. I probably won't. This could be a cute little character. I kind of like this. We might use this instead. I didn't even make it anything. It just happened to be there. It's got a hard spot on the back from where glue was touching it or something from the packaging. So I don't know if that'll come out. I don't think we have a choice on that. Okay. And I don't know what we'll use. We'll set those aside. And I'm going to get these moist too so that they're ready to go. Okay, and that one's ready to go. And this one's ready to go. Okay. So now our canvases should be close to dry, just that little bit of time. So let's put this to the side. Because we're not using them yet. Let's just come up here. We got another step to do on our canvas before we use those. Okay, let's get one. Let's see how dry it is. Yeah. See, and I didn't put it the coats of paint on real heavy, so there's a streaky look. And I think that's just adds to the charm of the piece, honestly. I think it's just cute the way it is. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take my black paint and I'm going to put a little bit out on the mat. And I'm going to get that little fine brush that I had. This little one. And I'm just going to write. And I know that it's not as easy to write with this kind of brush. It's a little bit longer. But that's another thing. It's the charm of it. You can't get a nice handwritten word really well with this. I mean, some of you might. I can't. So let's see how I want this to go. Let's just leave it like this. And I wrote my name. That was the one word I wrote. And I wrote letters. Let's do it right here. Let's just do L, A, U, R, I, E. And it's not perfect, I told you. Yeah, I really screwed that one up, but that's okay. I'm not going to be seeing that well anyway. Let's write the word joy over here. And we'll put the number 2 and the number 9 and then 3 and put the word love. And let's do hope. And then we'll do, what else? Create. And like I said, it's not neat. It's okay. Okay, so this is what we have on this one so far. And let's do the other one. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. Got my extra paint book out there and scared her. All right, let's just do A, art. And write the word go. That doesn't look like a G, but that's okay. It won't matter later anyway. Why not? And we'll write the word start over here. And then number 7, 8, and 4, and 0, 5, and to do my age, why not? Do a small H there, and my favorite letter, L. Okay, so we have that. And those have to dry. So because we need to speed up and get on going down the road, I'm going to go ahead and use the heat gun off camera. Get these dry. So that's what we have so far. I don't know if you can see them. Let me put the camera out. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There. A little better. Okay, that's what we have so far. I haven't peeled the tape off yet. That's all I've done. Okay, so I'm going to dry these real quick and I'll be right back. And normally you could just let them dry. I was trying to do it the way we did it that day, but, or the way I did it that day. My granddaughter got as far as painting hers and the tape peeled up, and that's as far as she got. So I brought hers home. I'm going to finish hers. And anyway, I'm going to dry these and be back. Okay, dry enough. Not perfectly dry, but dry enough. I didn't put anything in here. It doesn't matter. It works out. So now we're going to do the reveal. We're going to pull the tape off and see what we have. Let's see. This one should go first. And don't worry about your backs. We'll do that later. So let's peel up all of our tape. Okay, there's one. Now, if you really want to reuse your tape, be careful how you peel it off. If you want to make a bunch of canvases, you know, you could reuse it, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just peeling it up, throwing it away. Probably should save it, but I got to quit saving stuff, so much stuff right now, because I'm going to have to box all this stuff up and move it again. So I might as well save myself a little bit of effort. Okay, there's that one. Now, if I can remember right, I thought that I wrote across here first, but I think I didn't. I think I did my sponge first. So we're going to do the sponge next. And let's work on one at a time, because we're going to use different sponge shapes on each one. This one's going to be the flowery one. This one's going to be whatever these are. And so I'll put that off to the side. And I used black. You can use any color you want. But I used black for the petals, actually, and for the center I used a yellow. And it needs to be squeezed out a little bit more. Still a little bit moist. Okay, let's do the petals first. You just want to get a little bit on your petal and make sure it's covered, not soaked, but enough. Kind of dab it off, and then just start putting your petals on wherever you want them. Maybe you could start with a flower center, and that would help you. In my case, I'm just going to go ahead with the petals And let's start right here. One here. And then one here. And one here. Gonna need more black. And then one here. And then one here. Okay. And then I'm going to do probably one here. And one here. And then one here. And I'm going to go ahead and do one, just a little one right there. Okay. So, and I will show you close up what I've got. Actually, I'll bring the camera down a little bit more while I do this one. So I'm going to put one right in here now. Let's do there, 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 and we'll do one right there. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now if you wanted to, you could come in and you could add a little bit more of your petal around the edge, like maybe add a little partial here, a little partial here, but right now we've got 3 main areas going. I'm going to leave it at that. So then, before this was even dry, I took my yellow, and I think I took a red too. Put a little dab of red out, and a little dab of yellow. Come up just a little bit so you can see. The red and yellow's over there. I don't know if you can see it. There. Red and yellow. They're not touching, but they will be blended eventually. And then I'm just going to take my little round sponge. I'm going to dab in my yellow. Get it pretty soppy, so we need more, because I want it pretty thick. I'm going to blop it in the middle. Black paint and all. And put one down here. And this middle there. And I'm going to do it again because it didn't blop as much. And because the paint is still wet, the black paint, you might want to clean off this in between, because it definitely will pick up some black. See how it picked up some black? And, you know, if you're okay with that, that's fine. But if you're not, then clean it up a little bit and come back in, or use the other side, and then pick up your blops again and then make it really predominant. Okay, and then I'm going to get the red, not even cleaning my sponge, and blop it in the center. That's what makes it so fun. You don't have to clean a lot, don't have to think a lot. Okay, and then we're going to come back in with our yellow. I'm going to clean this off first. And go over it again. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, and we're going to set this aside, let it dry, and we're going to do the other one. But I'm going to clean this up, and so I'll come back. Okay, I'm back with the next one, and this one I'm going to use the weird heart shape, and I'm going to use this triangle. And the first thing I'm going to do is put the triangle on, and I'm going to use the black paint again. So get some on your mat or wherever you put it. And this might be a little too big, but I'm not going to take time to try to figure it out. We're just going to move on forward with this because that's what we want to do. Okay, I'm going to put one, I'm going to plop it down. Okay, and plop it down. Anywhere and everywhere you want, any direction. And bring a few off the edge of your canvas so that it doesn't look like everything is actually on the canvas. You want a few going off. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one more. Okay, that's good. Now I want to take my heart and I'm going to use a different color. Actually, I should have taken my book here. Wasn't even following my own rule and saving my extra paint into my book. Okay. Now I can clean that up. All right. Now I want to make some hearts. What color do I want to make them? Purple, pink. Pink hearts. I don't know if they'll stand out very well. Red hearts, the red will stand out. The pink stands out okay. We could do different color hearts. How about that? We'll do some pink, red, and green. How about that? Let's start with the red. No, let's start with the pink. Nope, let's start with the green. We're gonna start there. Okay, because we may not go any further. And it's not really green, it's like a, what's it called? This is Ocean Breeze. This one is Spearmint. Check the time so I don't, okay. And I'm just gonna put them kind of on top of this thing. You know, I should dry this. In this case, this black should be dry first, so let me do that first. Okay, dry but not dry. And I added some more black. I noticed a big white blop in the middle, so I added some more black with the sponge and a few other areas. I wanted to fill in with more black, so that's what we did. So now I'm just gonna glop up my sponge with the green paint, and I'm just gonna put it down on one of these images, kind of just off-centered of it, like that. I really like that too. Boy, do I like that. So I may not bring in those other colors because I like this a lot. Haven't decided. We'll see. I'll think about it. And let's just go different directions with the heart too. Pretty. Partials hanging off your canvas. Okay. And we'll do one more going that way, right there. Okay. All right, the thing that I want to do now is I really like this, but I think I want to bring in some more. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this tip here. Actually, no, I've already got these cut. I'm going to take the tip of this and get it damp. And I'm going to bring in the blue, maybe the blue, maybe the pink. Let's try the blue first, see if we like it. And I'm just going to put the very tip of this, and what I did for this is what I already had cut. It's just straight across, like that. Straight across here creates that. Okay, and I'm just going to dab the end, like that. And I'm going to blop it in there, in like threes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm going to do. I like this color, so we're going to stick with this color. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And some of them I'm doing soft, some not. Some are hard, and some are like pushing really hard. Some I'm not. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going in the black, and sometimes on the heart. Like in this case, I'll do the heart too. 1, 2, 3. I hear coffee being made. I hope he makes me some. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think that I'm happy with this, but I do want another color. So we're going to use the other end, and I think I'm going to bring in this green here. Yeah, sorry, Phoebes. All right, I like that green, so we're going to bring that green in. And I was going to do circles. Do I want to do circles instead? Let's do circles. Where's my circle? I was thinking of circles, and then I thought, no, and my mind went back to circles again. So let's do circles. Okay, and I'm going to go where the blues are, and I'm just going to blop it in the middle there. And see that? It's so watery. Okay, there. And I'm also going to go a little bit in the white area like this. Just a little bit in different places to kind of break up that white. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And we'll do a little bit more. Okay, stop. Time to stop. Love this. Love it. Okay, so now what you need to do is put this to the side to dry and grab one of your paint books that you drop all your extra paint in, and then go ahead and get rid of your extra stuff. You know, like we do. Because you want everything to be kind of cool looking. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to sit those in the water to clean up for later. Okay, and that's my extra paint book. Some of this was already on here, but I've just been adding to it. Okay, I'm going to dry the canvases a little bit, because the next thing I want to do needs a dry surface. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, as I was drying this one, I was looking at the comparison, and if I want to put them together, look how one looks so plain compared to the other one. This one's really done up, this one's not. I think it'd be okay, but I think I want to add a little bit to this one. And I'm just going to use whatever sponge I've got sitting out here. I've got a little extra piece here, and I've got this here, this, and this. So I think what I'm going to do is take this. This wasn't even a shape I cut. It was just left over from cutting out shapes. So it's not anything special. It's just a piece of junk. And I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use a color that I want to bring in. Maybe the blue, this blue. And just make it a little happier. So maybe go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. I may need another color because down there you can't really see it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going into the flower. 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit. And I'm going to bring in this color again. It's the Ocean Breeze. No, maybe the green. Sorry, Phoebes. Spearmint. I'm not even cleaning my sponge. Just go in the opposite direction of the other ones. And that just fills in a little bit. All right, I think that's good enough. It's kind of plain down here. Okay, that's good enough. We could keep going, but we won't. Okay, this one needs to dry a little more because of the center here. Maybe I could help it along. I'm really not liking the color blend there. I may want to bring in another color blend. Maybe the brighter yellow. Just our finger. Let's get it in there. That's better. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this one ready. Nope, still wet. Okay, it's got to dry, so I'll come back when they're dry and we'll do the next step. Okay, these are all dry. It's actually several hours later, so they're really dry. I've still got a little daylight left, so I thought I would try to finish, or at least get a little further along. The next thing I want to do with these is I'm going to take my pencil, and I had to move my camera because I set my computer up there when I use it for Skype and stuff, and so I had to move my camera, and I never get it put back in the same place. Let's see. That's good enough for now. Okay. So I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm going to take my black and white, oh boy, China pencil, China marker. I'm going to use those, and I'm going to use a regular pencil too. And I'm just going to do a little bit of scribbling with my non-dominant hand on here. Maybe try to write my name backwards and the words I have on here. And I'm going to do a little heart. And then over here, I said, why not? And I wrote some numbers, except that's backwards. There we go. And 8. And start. Okay, now I want to take my black one. I'm just going to write a little note to myself, and I won't be able to read it later, and nobody will be able to read it, but it actually is going to say something, but I'm just going to write it in such a way that you can't read it later, and I'll know what it says right now, but I won't remember later. Now let's take the white one. And let's do a little bit of the just scribbling around the different things that I put on here. You don't see it very well. Every once in a while you'll see a little bit of the marking. Well, that's fine. Hang on, I gotta peel this off. Oh, I missed some. Hold on. Okay. So we did use these three, but they are optional. Like I said, you can use anything you want to use. All right, now I'm going to use my white Sharpie poster paint pen and just do the same thing. I'm just going to doodle and play and maybe outline a few things. Maybe the hearts in a scribbly fashion. Okay, that's good enough for that one. Okay, so let me show you close up what we have. The edges are still not done. So now we have a decision to make. Are we going to call these done? Just do our edges? Or do we want to add something else on here? You could come in and you could add something like really stark in the center. Like you could cut out a flower or an image or something that you really like and just set it right here, maybe in dark brown or burgundy or black or whatever. And all you would see is this out here and then your big image here. I really like it as the way they are. So I think I'm going to put some splatters on them and paint the edges and put a little border on the edges and call it done. So I'm going to do black splatters on here, I think. But before I do that, I'm going to paint the edges, and I'm going to take the little brush that we were using. This is not the same one because I broke that one. But I'm going to take the black paint that I was using, and let's get some white out too. And I'm going to do it off camera so that you don't have to watch, but I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do. I'll just start a little bit of it. Paint out here on the mat. And I'm just going to take the edge and I'm going to paint kind of that way. Like that. So that it comes up here and it kind of splatters a little bit, but it doesn't go all the way over. You could go this way if you wanted to, but you might get more on this side than you want to. I don't know. So I'm just going to do it this way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the whole piece this way, and I'm not worrying about covering at 100%. I do want full coverage, but I'm not worried if there's a little streaking, like you know how the streaks were left in the paint here, this purple paint. I'm not worried about that. So that's what it's going to look like. And I am going to also do this back here. It's not really a big problem or a concern to do, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to do all that, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, these are done on the side now. I have not done the splatters yet. And I went ahead and painted the back here. And like I said, just one coat, not really anything thick or serious. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the side here. I've decided to take my black poster paint pen, and let's see if I can show you without any problem. I'm just gonna write in a scribbly fashion all the way around the edge. And let's see how close you have to be, how far away. That's probably good. I'm just gonna write things, and I don't know if I can do this way. I may have to go off camera. We'll see. I need to hold my arm up to do it because I can't rest it on anything. I need something to rest my arm on. So let's just do it. Let's see. It actually does say something. It's just hard to write on this. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and do the same thing on the other one, and I'll be right back. Okay, they're both done. I wrote around the entire border in scribbly form a little message that I was thinking of in my mind, and it'll never be read again because we won't know what it says by tomorrow. I forgot. Now I want to do a little bit of splatter. I'm going to use a soft brush with a little bit of a long bristle and make a mess. That's what I'm going to do. Wet my brush a little bit and get the paint wet. This paint is really thin already, so you don't need to soak it down. You get quite a bit of wet already with just the paint, so should get some good splotches. I'm going to do it this way. Let's put them together here and hope to get them both at the same time. I know I'm getting it all over me. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, see, you got it everywhere. Everywhere. I'm going to clean this up real quick and then I'll come back because I think I'm going to do some white splatters too. Why not? We're going to make a mess, might as well make a good one, right? Okay, got some white paint out now. Some clean water in the white paint, and let's see if we can get some big blotches. Okay, now I also want these edges to get a little bit, so I don't know. Probably not a good idea to do it now. Oop, that's okay. We didn't mean to do it, but we did it. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to set this off to dry. Off to the side to dry, I should say. And do these edges. I keep touching it with the brush, and I didn't mean to do that, but that's what's happening, so I'm just going to go with it. Should be doing this outside. Why would we do that? Why not just make a mess, right? Okay. All right, most of it landed on here, but I still got some on the edges. Okay, let me clean this mess up, and then we'll come back, and I want to dry these a little bit, but I want to come back and tell you what the next thing I'm going to do is, and it should be the last thing, I think. I'm going to think about it. Okay, they are dry enough. I'm going to go ahead and do the last step. I've decided to leave these as they are. I really like them. I'll hang them together somewhere, maybe a bathroom or something. I don't know. But the last thing I want to do is seal it. And I'm going to use the deco page, like I said. And I'm just going to put a light coat all over the sides and the top. And we'll be done. And I'll do that off camera, because you know what it's like to seal, I'm sure. And if you don't know, it's just like painting. Just take your sealer, put it on your brush, and paint all over in a nice even stroke, all over the painting. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, these are still drying. Like I always say, the sides probably more than the tops, because I dried the tops a little bit. But I wanted to hold this up to you and show you. Yeah, you can still see some of the stuff on the side that's not dry. I wanted to show you a close-up real quick of these sealed. I'm finished with them. These are a lot of fun. I hope that you try this, and I hope if you have kids or grandkids, you'll try this. It is so fun. The kids will love it. They'll love putting down the tape. They'll love being able to paint all different colors with the foamy sponge brushes. They'll love peeling off the tape and seeing what they've created. They'll think they are a master artist when they see that, and they will be, because they're kids and they are naturally artistic, I think. I think we outgrow it because we decide we can't, and it's time to decide that we can. So I hope that you will try it, and like I said, involve your kids if you've got kids. Excuse me. And they will love creating stamps out of the sponges. They'll think that's a lot of fun. And I love using the sponges, because look at the stamp impression you get. It's like very graffiti looking and distressed looking. You don't even have to hardly distress anything if you want to distress it, because it already has that appeal. And the scribbles, they're going to love it when you hand them a pencil or a pen and tell them to scribble or write words, any words they want. They're going to love being able to do that, because there's no rule or no stay in the lines or don't do this or don't do that. My goodness, think outside the box and color outside the lines. And remind me to tell you a little think outside the box story next time I'm videoing. Hopefully I'll remember. And I'll show you this one. I love these. I love these. These are so colorful and pretty, and I can't wait to hang them up somewhere once I get home. So have fun. Enjoy your art. Try things. Experiment. Don't just watch. Do. Okay? I think it's great that you watch, but I think you should do too. That's what's important. See, there's a glare on here where it's still drying. So, and together. See how cute together? Just how cute they are. Very pretty, very fun. And my name is on there, part of my name. So have your kids put their name, or if you're doing it, put your name. There's no reason why you can't. Who says you can't? It says why not right here, and that's the way I feel. Why not? You know? All right, guys, I'm gonna go. It's time to do some dinner, and it's late in the day, so I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy this video whenever it goes up, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.